Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Moonriver. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, so you should do your own research before investing money into crypto. And if you haven't seen the previous Moonriver update, it's going to be in the top right hand section of your video. Make sure to click the card and watch the previous update before watching this one, because I'm not going to be repeating a lot of the stuff I said in the previous video, and there are some patterns that you want to know about. Now, jumping into the daily chart, we are on TradingView. We do have the bull flag target over here, and this is sitting currently at the 1.414 on the Fib retracement at $693. That gives us that target. Okay, that is our bull flag. Next up, you can see that we are in a symmetrical triangle over here, in this large symmetrical triangle, and a lot of projects have already broken out of those triangles, and we're looking for Moonriver to do the exact same thing. Right now, what we're doing is we're hovering above the golden ratio, which is very, very good. We're holding the golden ratio as support. You may see a little pullback, right? You may see us get back down to the 20 EMA, so you may have some buy orders set up on Moonriver for the 20 EMA touch. That would be somewhere around $345. So with the target from this symmetrical triangle, how do you get the target, you ask? Well, it's very simple. You take a trend line from the top of the triangle where it was formed all the way down to the bottom, just like that. And then you place it where you think the breakout is going to happen. And personally, I think the breakout is going to happen somewhere around these areas over here, right? We're going to have to break through the 0.786 at the same time, and we're going to be breaking through this golden. Actually, I do have this set up a bit. Okay, so yeah, that's the way it should be actually. Yeah, just a bit lower. So yeah, you can see it kind of gives us the target of the 1.618 on the Fib retracement. But if you want to be accurate about it, then that gives you a $766 price tag per token for Moonriver, and that is the target from this symmetrical triangle. And obviously, if we break this previous swing high over here, right, you have the swing high. Once the price goes above that swing high, back tests as support, we are in a technical target to the 1.618, and either way, we're getting to the 1.618. So let's call that our target for now for the symmetrical triangle, just for the sake of having, two targets, and that's it. Next up, what we're looking at is the second Fib level at $1,112, and I do think that's still possible, and I can see us getting overextended to that level over there, having one wick, and maybe that's where we have the pullback. Honestly, I don't know when the pullback is going to happen, but too many people are expecting the pullback in December. Too many people are expecting the bull market to end in December. And if I was a market maker and I knew that, most of the people think that the bull market is going to end in December, wouldn't it be smart on my part as a market maker, as a whale, to make everyone think that the bull market is going to end in December, and then pull the rug in November or something, or early December, So that's why I'm going to be taking little profits here and there once we see Bitcoin hitting new all-time highs, because, my financial situation requires me to take profits, right? So it all depends on your financial situation. If you don't give two hoots, then obviously you can just leave all your crypto and let it ride until, we're pretty much peaking out, and you can sell whenever you want. But I recommend always having an exit strategy if you're looking to take profits. If you're holding long-term for 4 to 5 years, there's no need to worry about the prices right now. Now let's jump into the daily RSI. So what we've done here is we've broken through this resistance level, right? And that was very, very good. Now we need to hold support, and we actually found some support over here. Let's see if that co-aligns with any support that, well, yeah, that actually co-aligns with a support line over here, but I'm not going to be drawing any lines because there really isn't a point. This is a fairly new project on the KuCoin, exchange, so we don't have that much data yet. But you can see that we're holding support, and potentially what can happen is we may end up coming back down and forming this double bottom pattern on the RSI. So it's going to give you that little target over there. So let me get the price tag. So if you see the RSI come back down to 55 on the daily chart, that would be a nice place to buy a bit more of those tokens. You know, if we see it coming back down lower, then, you know, just dollar cost average into the project. I'm going to give you some nice support levels. So we do have the fib set up from the swing high over here to the swing low in October. And right now we're being squeezed in between the EMAs, the golden ratio, the resistance line, and the 786. So a lot of things are just squeezing the price into one little tight area until we get that break towards the upside. Obviously, what can happen is we can break to the downside. So $366, great entry point at the golden ratio. You can see that we're bouncing off that level for the past couple of days. Below that, we do have the 0.5 sitting at $333, which is another great level to have some buy orders ready. Below that, I want you to pay attention to the 55 EMA over here, this red line. So you can have some, if you lose the 20 as support, you're coming back down to the 55, and you better hold it as support, right? Because if you start losing support, you may end up coming back down to this lower pink trend line, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just making you aware of the fact that that's still on the table. You know, you went up, got rejected, you may come back down and, you know, pop up somewhere toward the end of the symmetrical triangle, towards the apex of the triangle. So yeah, have some buy orders if you have some spare fiat. The 55 EMA on the daily chart is currently sitting at $313. So have that as a buy order potentially. So yeah, right now what's happening is we do have a bull flag in play. We do have actually a inverse head and shoulders at play as well. I'm gonna take a look at that just in a second. And we do have a symmetrical triangle in play. Now let's jump into KuCoin. Okay, now jumping into KuCoin, this is the 4-hourly chart. So we do have a little pattern playing out over here. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this right here, what we're forming right now, is the right shoulder. So how do you target this pattern, right? You take the swing high in between the left shoulder and the head. So this is our first swing high, right? And you connect it with the swing high in between the right shoulder and the head, which is this swing high. This gives you pretty much a neckline. Okay, this gives you a neckline, and you need to break through that neckline. And once you do that, you're going to be in a technical target. But how do you get that technical target, you ask? Well, you take a trend line, you place it from the bottom of the head, and take it all the way up to the neckline. Then you take that trend line and you place it on the trend line, on the neckline, obviously the resistance. You place the trend line that you just got here above this one, where you think the breakout is going to happen, and that will give you the price. So right now, what I'm looking at is $653 as a breakout target from this inverse head and shoulders. So even another bullish pattern playing out as well. The 4-hourly chart on the stochastic RSI, we've come back down. We're getting to the oversold area. So I would start, you know, slowly but surely dollar cost averaging right now. As you can see, we're in between the EMAs. There is a potential that we lose the 55 on the 4-hourly chart. So you want to hold that as support, to be honest with you, and you want to start getting above the 20 EMA on the 4-hourly chart. The RSI is looking good. As you can see, we were in the overbought here. As always, you take profits in these zones and then you buy back in lower if you feel like that's, you know, if you're confident in doing that, right? If you're sitting at a loss, then I wouldn't risk it, you know, but if you're in a profit, you can take some profit off the table and then buy back in when you have that little pullback. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the Moonriver update. If I missed anything out on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section. I have started a Patreon, so make sure to check out that link in the description. There are 3 different tiers with a lot of benefits, and more tiers are incoming very soon, guys. So check that out. Check out the Discord server, check out the Telegram chat, and check out the 2 videos on your screen right now. That is it for me. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.